Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Danville, West Virginia, where we are here for the first round of the Youth League playoffs between the number 2 seed Danville Hawks and the number 7 seed Lincoln County Panthers. Chris Kidd here with you as Danville will receive first to begin this game as kick gets away inside the 30-yard line, fielded there by Riston White, and Danville will start backed up on their opening possession here to begin this quarterfinal matchup as these teams 3 wins away from a championship. Loser is eliminated going into the semifinals next week. And again, this Danville Hawks B team has been a strong team all year long, earning this number 2 spot. Trying to knock off Lincoln County as they are heavily favored coming in here today. They come to the line of scrimmage for their first snap here of the contest. They have several dynamic playmakers in this lineup, Tyler Belcher being the main focus of that throughout this season. And now we're going to get penalty flags here on the opening play. And this will be a false start against Danville. So again, some early playoff jitters here. Danville will go back to the huddle again. They've used different quarterbacks throughout the year. Again, White has been the primary snap taker, but we've seen Belcher and Smith also in at taking snaps throughout the year. Now on 1st and 15, Danville lines it up. Snap will come back. They'll hand it off coming near side as a little hole opened up. Now breaking it to the outside across the 25 to 30 and then being gang tackled at about the 32-yard line. It's a nice pickup on the play for Pierce Lambert. Gets back the penalty yardage and then some. As you see our instant replay here, we'll bring up second down and about 5 on a gain of 10 for Lambert. So they'll bring it to the line of scrimmage here. White set up deep in the shotgun here. Again, no backs for Danville here on this 2nd and 5. White takes a high snap. He'll take off with it himself. Breaks it to the outside. Now cuts back in. Has the first down a little bit more across the 35, the 40 before he's brought down there. So despite the penalty yardage on the first snap of the game, Danville gets it back and gets the first down out of it. As they'll spot him at the 41-yard line. Danville will take a new set of downs. Again, 8-minute quarters. If you're just joining us for the first time this season on Danville Hawk Youth Football. We have 3 games on tap for you today. At approximately 3 o'clock, it'll be the C-team matchup between Danville and Sherman. And then at approximately 4:30, it'll be the A-team matchup between Chapmanville and Danville. Now 1st and 10. Belcher takes the snap, tries to dive forward. And actually, it's Smith taking the snap. Didn't find a whole lot of real estate. So it'll be no gain on the carry, or maybe a yard out of it. They'll spot it out closer to the 42, so they'll give Smith the benefit of the doubt for a yard that time. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here for the Hawks. So snap it back deep, coming near side with it out across the 45 goes White, pushing forward. Or actually, that's Lambert taking the direct snap. He'll push his way out to the 47-yard line for a decent pickup. It'll bring up about 3rd down and 4 here for the Hawks. We've already seen 3 different players take snaps here from the quarterback position for Danville on this opening drive. It'll be Lambert once again in the quarterback position. Look like a design run to the right, and that's what it will be. Lambert pushes his way out across the 45, right near the first down marker, and he appears to have it by a yard down to the Lincoln County 48-yard line. So Danville methodically moving down the field here on this opening possession. They've taken 3.5 minutes off the clock here already. Trying to find an early lead in this contest. Now they show a 3-back set here on 1st and 10. So it'll be a throwback completed to White. White's got some running room out of across the 45, inside the 40, cuts back at the 35, and is going to be brought down from behind at about the 31-yard line. Again, clever play there for the Hawks. Again, quick little throwback as the defenders got upfield and created some wide open real estate for White to run into. And a 17-yard pickup makes it 1st and 10 at the Panther 31-yard line. Now 3 backs again in the backfield for Danville here on 1st and 10. Snap it back, they'll hand it off on the inside, handoff, read pretty good by Lincoln County. So they're able to hold it to about a 3-yard pickup. Looks like Jax Price getting the carry. They'll bring up 2nd down and 7 now for the Hawks. It's been over a 5-minute drive here to begin this contest. Let's see who moves on to the semifinal round in the Youth League B team bracket. In the shotgun once again. They'll snap it back, looking to throw it back, completing it to White. This time, though, Lincoln County's read it pretty well as White's wrapped up by the ankles, and he's going to be brought down for a big loss in the backfield. This is going to create 3rd down and really long now for Danville. Lincoln County read the play that worked so successfully a moment ago. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 17 here for Danville. It's the first negative play of the drive for the Hawks, and it's a costly one. So snap it back. Will be a direct snap taken inside the 35, down close to the 30-yard line. Goes Keegan Beard, so he's the 4th man to now touch the ball from the shotgun here on this opening drive. It does make it now 4th down and more manageable here for Danville. So it'll be 4th and 9 from the 30-yard line. There's Tyson Smith getting the play call from the sideline. He looks like he'll be the one to maybe take the snap this time. Actually, it's going to be Lambert. And looks as if Danville may elect to punt this away instead. And they will, as Lambert will boot it, trying to pin Lincoln County back. And Lambert gets off a pretty good punt down to about the 10-yard line. So Danville electing to play field position here as they possess the ball for 7 minutes and 9 seconds to begin this game. But Lincoln County with a big defensive stop. But now they'll start deep in their own territory to begin their first drive of the game. Again, Lambert's been skilled at kicking all year for this Danville team. They've recovered several onside kicks due to his placement. Now he pins Lincoln County back at their own 10. It looks like Danville having some confusion here, going to have to burn a timeout. So we'll step aside and be back right after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth football action here on Video Productions. Back to action here at Scott High School as Lincoln County with the ball start their opening drive of the game. They'll give it off, disappearing into the line, trying to break free on the outside. Not a whole lot there. Out to the 14, close to the 15. A little bit of a late surge there. Able to give Lincoln County a little bit more breathing room here. So it'll be second down, about 6 here for the Panthers. So we're down to the final half minute of the first quarter. So we'll see if Lincoln County gets another play off or not. First quarter dominated in time of possession by the Hawks, but have nothing to show for it on the opening drive of this game. They'll snap it back, keep it off the right side. Big hit laid on over on the far side. Looked to be Beard that got his big body into that tackle, along with Cooper Simmons. And that'll run out the first quarter as Danville and Lincoln County knotted up at no score here after the first 8 minutes. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth football action here on Video Productions. Start of quarter number 2 here from Scott High School. No score yet here between the Hawks and the Panthers. Chris Kidd with you here in this B-team opening round playoff game. It's coming near side. Lambert had him wrapped up momentarily. Now trying to squirt free, but not going to get there as it'll be a pickup of about 2 on 3rd down and 6. And now that puts Lincoln County in a punting situation. Danville elected to kick it deep and pin the Panthers, and it works out to their advantage. Again, there's no return granted in B-team play, as this one will be kicked and fielded at about the 31-yard line by Smith. So Danville gets the ball back right about where they punted it away to Lincoln County on the last drive. They'll have good field position with a new set of downs here. Trying to strike first here in this playoff matchup. Winner moves on to the semifinal round next week. We saw a bunch of different looks in that opening drive for Danville at quarterback. So 4 different players take a snap at the quarterback position. That'll be White. So he's got 3 men lined up to his right as White takes off that way, has a gap inside the 30, the 25, pushes forward, down close to the 24-yard line to pick up about 7 on the play. As apparently the Hawks listening to the gentleman in the stands who continues to scream. I guess he has a large sum of money on this game. But it is 2nd down and 3. Again, this is youth football. It's not the end of the world. But 2nd down and 3 from the 24-yard line of Lincoln County. It's Lambert will be the man to take the snap this time. He'll take off with another nice hole. It breaks loose inside the 20-yard line. And he'll have first down, but did the ball come loose? It looks like it did, and Lincoln County comes up with it. So a fumble on the run from Lambert will give the ball back over to the Panthers. As you see it here on our replay, again, he got popped right there, maybe stripped right after he was hit. The Panthers have dodged 2 bullets so far here in this opening half. But they still open up deep inside their own territory here at the 19-yard line. So they've only ran 3 offensive plays this entire half thus far. But still find themselves tied at 0-0. They'll run it into around now, a reverse coming near side with it, trying to cut up field, trying to shake loose, but not going to be able to as Lambert, who just fumbled a moment ago, comes back up and makes the big stick as the Panthers try to go to their bag of tricks here. You see Lambert on the pursuit, just would not fall victim to the shimmies and shakes and holds it to a 1-yard pickup. Now it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Lincoln County. Again, still trying to find some footing here on offense. So run it under center. I'll hand it off. The deep man, but not a whole lot there again as Danville stacks it up. And this defensive line for Danville has been stout all season long. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 now. And Danville without Tyler Belcher today, who, as we said, has been the biggest playmaker on a team of playmakers this year. As he is out on the bench right now for Danville. They hope to advance to have him back next week. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Now, from shotgun here on 3rd and 9. Lincoln County will run it near side, but once again, nothing there. As Lambert made the initial hit, and everyone else came up. Beard looked like along with Leland Atkins to help finish off the tackle. It's another 3 and out for Lincoln County. They'll have to punt it away yet again, so Danville will have good field position again here. It'll be a line drive kick, checks up, and now takes a little bit of a Danville hop back towards the 35-yard line, and Smith will down it there. So once again, Danville looking to get on the scoreboard first. Again, they threatened on their first 2 possessions, but came up empty. Cooper Simmons will bring the play in to the huddle. Smith will be the man, take the snap here, White the deep back. Smith looks like he bobbled it. Now it's a busted play. Smith just takes off with it, trying to find some running room, but none there. The Panthers will stop it right in its tracks. So it looked to be maybe a play designed to go to White that time, but with the snap being bobbled, just threw off all the timing, and Smith wisely just getting what he could out of it. Picks up about a yard down to the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here for Danville. We're under 3.5 minutes to go now here in the first half. White will be the man in the shotgun. We get a flag come flying in And this is going to go against Danville with another false start penalty. That'll be their second of the game. That'll back them up now, 2nd and 14. So again, they'll stay in the same formation. White will take it off the right side, trying to find some room. Finally does. Works his way down inside the 35-yard line, down to about the 34. So he'll pick up 6 to 7 yards on the carry, depending on where they spot him. And White looks like he's struggling to get his cleat back on. It'll be 3rd down and 8 here for Danville. If they don't convert here, we saw them elect a punt from this spot earlier in the half. But I think now you're probably looking at 4-down territory with the half closing in here. And maybe your last chance to try and possess the football and score here in the first half. Smith will take the snap, throws it back to White. White cuts up field inside the 30. Flag comes down, so this one may be coming back as White gets it down to about the 22-yard line, but you can see the Lincoln County coaching staff clapping on the far side, and it's going to be a block in the back against Danville, so that'll wipe out the first down and make it a 3rd and long now for the Hawks. Danville has just been their own worst enemy here in the first half. Again, several penalties, a fumble, deep in their own territory. Now this penalty will push them all the way back to the Lincoln County 44-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 18 now. So they'll have White lined up deep in the quarterback position, 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. White will look to throw, rolls out, now fires downfield, has Lambert, but he can't come up with it. And incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 18 with 1:25 left in the half. You see it here, good little design. Again, had Lambert right there, but Lambert looked like he was taking off to run before he was able to complete the catch. And now Lambert will have to punt it away here as Danville misses out on another scoring opportunity. And Lambert gets a bomb away here as it's going to be fielded. Nice catch at about the 22-yard line. But it pins Lincoln County back yet again. Now the Panthers still looking for their first down of this game. They've had 2 possessions, both of them 3 and outs thus far. So it's been a first half completely dominated by Danville, but they have nothing to show for it as of yet. Lincoln County also gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter. I'm sure the Panthers would be thrilled going in tied up at halftime if they're able to do so here. So they'd love to try and break one and try and take a lead as well into halftime as they'll run it off the left side. That'll pick up about a yard on the carry. Now going to get a timeout by Lincoln County with 1:13 to go in the half. We'll be back right after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action here on Video Productions. is out of the timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here for the Panthers. Minute 13 to go before halftime. They'll line up in the shotgun. They send a man in motion. Snap comes back looking to throw, and he's going to be hit and sacked, and the ball almost came out, but quarterback able to hang on to it. And now timeout called by Danville. And again, that's why I was a little curious about the timeout from Lincoln County a moment ago. Again, they've not moved the ball at all here in the first half. They haven't picked up a first down. Danville had already used one timeout here in the half. So there's nothing Danville could really do to stop the clock completely here on this series of downs. But now, by calling their own timeout, they've opened the door for Danville to try and get the ball back one more time here, after they've threatened all half long. And Lincoln County had the opportunity to just get the game into halftime. So we'll see if that's a decision that comes back and haunts the Panthers, as they had a player down. Thankfully able to get up and walk off under his own power. Again, if you're Lincoln County, you also get the ball to start the third quarter. So it seems to me it would have probably been the best play just to go ahead and get this into halftime. As Panthers coming in as the 7 seed, Danville as the 2 seed. If you're the underdog, you want to just try and shorten this game as much as possible and limit the chances that the favorite has in these spots. So we'll see how aggressive Lincoln County attempts to be here on 3rd and long. So it'll be 3rd and 13 now. They'll look to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted by White. Comes up with it at the 20-yard line and falls forward to the 19. And again, that timeout by Lincoln County could come back and cost them dearly here, as White jumps into the passing lane. And now Danville, with 49.9 seconds and 1 timeout, has the ball at the 19-yard line of the Panthers. All 4 possessions for Danville have been into Lincoln County territory. Now 3 of those 4 possessions have started in Lincoln County territory. Can they finally cash in here? It's White in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, rolls out, now tries to cut up, runs out of room, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down there. And Danville's going to be forced to burn their final timeout with 42.6 seconds to go. We'll be back right after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. .6 seconds to go here in the first half. Danville trying to get on the scoreboard to break this scoreless tie. White takes a snap, looking to throw. It slips out of his hands, and it'll be incomplete. And again, it's just been a series of errors here in the first half, things we haven't seen from this Danville B team throughout the season. But again, playoffs are just a different animal. And now it'll be 3rd down and 10. Closer to 10.5 actually, as they gave White a loss of about half a yard on that first down carry. White in the shotgun, no backs, looks to throw, fires deep down the left side. Had Beard, but just overshot him as he was under pressure at the last moment. That'll bring up 4th and 10. You see it here on our replay. Again, Beard Was able to break open, but right there off the back side and in his face. White had pressure. And just about a yard or two too long for Beard. Now Danville will go for it here on 4th and 10. And can Lincoln County dodge yet another bullet here in this first half? Now they're trying to get Simmons into the right spot here. White take the snap from shotgun, looking to throw, fires deep downfield. This time it's caught by Lambert, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Danville. They finally break the dam, and they strike first here with 27 seconds left in the first half. Again, that time White had a little bit extra time. And Lambert, who had the fumble earlier in the half and the drop pass, this time comes up with it. And the Hawks have a 6-0 lead here in this first round matchup. So now they will go for 2. Snap comes back. It'll be an inside handoff, and diving for the end zone and into the end zone goes Jax Price. Nice little inside handoff there to Price, and Danville takes an 8-0 lead. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth football action here on Video Productions. .27 seconds left in the half. As Danville will kick it off after the 20-yard touchdown pass from White to Lambert. Again, Lambert will kick this one deep. It goes off Lincoln County, loose on the field, and looks like maybe the Panthers were able to fall on top of it at the 46-yard line. Again, Lambert has put this Danville team in position several times this year, and they have recovered several onside kicks this year. That time, nearly a fumble from Lincoln County, but they're able to get it back, and now you've got another Lincoln County player down on the field as they're attending to him at the moment. So we'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth football. Well, actually, let's keep it here. As, again, thankfully the player was able to get up under his own power. Again, he looked like he might be down for a little bit, but thankfully he popped up. Looked to be favoring his left leg a little bit as he was going to the sideline. Now Lincoln County will likely run one more play before taking it into half unless they're able to come up with something successful here on this play. Again, they've yet to record a first down here in the first half. It's been all 3 and outs and an interception. As they'll go with a reverse, and it's going to get eaten alive back at the 40-yard line. And again, Lincoln County calling for time here with 15.1 seconds to go. So we'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth football here on Video Productions. So again, Lincoln County electing to use their timeouts here. Again, at this point, they'd probably be better off just getting into halftime. They just lost 6 more yards on that carry. Now it'll be 2nd and 16. They'll rush it to the outside. Now finally a little bit of running room out to about the 45-yard line. And looks like Lincoln County's finally going to call it a day here in the first half, as they'll go into the half trailing 8-0 as Danville, with a late first half touchdown, takes the lead here in this quarterfinal playoff matchup. We'll be back after halftime is concluded for the start of the second half, as you are watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action here on Video Productions. Start of quarter number 3 here from Scott High School here in Danville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd with you as we are here for the first round of the playoffs, 18 playoff. Danville coming in as the 2 seed, Lincoln County the 7 seed. As here's an onside kick attempt, nearly recovered by Danville, and they've been so good at that all year long. But Lincoln County will get the ball to start the third quarter, trying to find something on offense. Again, they've not been able to pick up a first down in any of their possessions thus far in this game. Danville's dominated time of possession and had several opportunities to put points on the board in the first half, finally breaking through with 27 seconds to go on the 20-yard touchdown pass from White to Lambert. Now let's see if Lincoln County has anything that they can build on after halftime, and so far it doesn't look like it, as coming through and making the stop initially was Lambert, but then fighting off tackles and moving forward for about a gain of 3 with Simmons. But now the ball's come out, and they're going to say turnover on Lincoln County, and that'll give it over to Danville. The second turnover they forced here in the game. Again, an interception by White set up the touchdown a little earlier. Now here you saw the hit laid on by Lambert, but then Simmons just started ripping away at the ball and finally pried it loose. And a big opportunity here for Danville to open up a 2-score lead, which at the moment would seem insurmountable for as well as their defense has been playing in this game. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Panther 43-yard line. White will look to throw, fires into the flat, completes it to Lambert. Lambert inside the 35, the 30, turns the corner at the 20, has one man to beat. He's going to be brought down, though, at about the 11-yard line of a touchdown-saving tackle, but that's going to be a gain of 32 on the play. And again, they've started to find success through the air here late in the first half, now early into the second half. As they had a couple of chances for touchdowns as well in that first half through the air, just misfiring a couple of times. But now this team speed of Danville starting to win out in the secondary as White back in the shotgun. Now we get another flag here and another flag against Danville. This will be a false start against the Hawks, and that'll move them back 5 yards. So that's the 3rd false start of the game against Danville. So it'll make it 1st and 15 here from the Lincoln County 16-yard line. White will keep it himself off the right side. Big hole inside the 10. Tries to cut back at about the 5. Falls forward. And he'll have a nice gain. Bring up 2nd down about 3 here. Again, White was able to get outside. And then right there, nice little cutback to be able to fall forward and get a couple extra yards out of it. I'll actually spot him at about the 6 here. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. So it's a gain of 10 on the play. It's White now trying to direct traffic, sends Beard to the bottom. And now we get another flag here. And this is going to be another false start against Danville. So there's the 4th time here this afternoon. Danville's been whistled for a false start, 2 on this drive. be back to where it began here. And you had a 5-yard penalty, then a 10-yard gain, now another 5-yard penalty. So it's back to the 11-yard line where it all began. White will take the snap from shotgun. He'll roll with it out to the left, looking to throw under pressure. He's hit. He's able to get free, but now goes down back at about the 16-yard line. Again, this Panther defense has severely bent most of the day, but have only broken once. And now that brings up 3rd and 15 here in 4-down territory for the Hawks. White again will line up in the shotgun. Simmons to his left. White will take a snap, rolls out, looking to buy time, fires, and completes it. A sliding catch made by Smith. He'll be down right there at about the 12-yard line for a pickup of 4. So bring up 4th down and 11 here for the Hawks. Again, it was on 4th and 10 that they scored their touchdown at the end of the first half from 20 yards out. Can they capitalize yet again here on 4th down? It's White again in the shotgun here. He'll look to throw, fires downfield and off the hands of Lambert as he tried to go up, climb the ladder for the catch. But incomplete, and Lincoln County will take over on downs with 3:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So once again, the Panthers continuing to hang in this contest. Despite the fact that they've not had any offensive production thus far today. And as we said, they're still searching for their first down of this contest. And nearly every time Lincoln County's had the ball, they've been backed up deep in their own territory. I'm going to go under center here on 1st down. They'll hand it off, and it looked like the ball maybe never quite got into running back's hands, and that'll be a loss back inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. So that'll be a loss of about 4 on the play. As the play was a little slow to develop, and Danville was able to jump all over it. Second down, 14 now here for Lincoln County. In the shotgun, they'll send a man in motion. Be a quarterback keeper coming near side, trying to get to the corner, but not going to get there. And once again, the pursuit of Lambert and the rest of this Hawk defense able to shut it down. And that'll be officially no gain on the carry. So 3rd and 14 as Lincoln County staring down the barrel of another 3 and out here. So line up in the shotgun here on 3rd and 14. Rolling to the high side, coming into the clear across the 10, fighting for yardage, and getting out to about the 15-yard line. So that gives Lincoln County a little bit of breathing room on this punt attempt. That'll be a pickup of 7 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 7 here for Lincoln County. As they'll give the ball back to Danville. Danville once again be in great field position. And if you were to look at the time of possession, starting field position, yardage in this game, you'd think Danville was up by 4 or 5 scores at this point. Actually, they're going to go for it here instead of putting it away and trying to get to the outside. Not going to get there. And it'll be a turnover on downs for Lincoln County. They tried to gamble on 4th and 7. And once again, this Danville defense up to the task. It looked like Smith was one of the ones that came through and nearly took the hand off himself. Now Danville will start from the Panther 11-yard line. And right where they were where the drive stalled minutes ago. So they had 2 false start penalties, a sack. That just threw everything off kilter for them. Now with under a minute to go in the third quarter, trying to take a 2-score lead. What feels like could almost in essence put Lincoln County away with the way that Danville's defense has played throughout this afternoon. White will take the snap, looking to throw, fires, and incomplete as he tried to hook up with Lambert. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 11. Saw Lambert, nice cut in the middle of the field, just passed a little too tall for him that time. White will get the call. So he brings it back into the huddle here on 2nd and 10. White takes a snap. Looked like almost bobbled there in the backfield. Now he'll take off with it. Coming here to the left side. Tries to turn inside. Nice cut back at about the 5. Still trying to shake free. And he'll dive forward to about the 4-yard line. Some nimble footwork there from Riston White. Now we've got another player down here, and it's another Lincoln County player down following the tackle. It's the 3rd Lincoln County player to go down here today. So we'll step aside for a quick break and be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. Thankfully, player able to get up under his own power and off the field for Lincoln County. As Danville has a 3rd and 3 from the 4, and once again, a false start penalty here against the Hawks. That's the 5th false start penalty of the game for Danville. As we said, these are just mistakes we've not really seen them make all season long, but again, with it being the playoffs. Just added a little bit of a different dimension here today. On 3rd down, they'll hand it off. Simmons fighting his way forward down to about the 7-yard line. And it'll be 4th down from there when we come back, as Danville leads at 8-0 over Lincoln County as we head to quarter number 4. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Playoff football action here on Video Productions. Fourth down to begin this fourth quarter for the Hawks as White will roll out, fires towards the back of the end zone. He has a man and it's caught. Touchdown Danville on the opening play of the fourth quarter as he finds Tyson Smith to make it a 14-0 lead. And for the second time today, Danville scores on fourth down. And they finally widen this lead over this stubborn Lincoln County team that's just refused to go away today. Again, Danville pitching the equivalent of a perfect game on defense right now, as they've still yet to give up a first down in this game. They'll go for 2 up the middle, and this is going to be close right down to the goal line, but going to be just shy, as 2-point conversion no good. And Danville leads at 14-0 with 7:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this as you're watching Hawk Youth football action here on Video Productions. Riston White's second touchdown pass of the day, this one to Tyson Smith. Gives Danville a 14-0 lead as kickoff goes off the hands of one man, now loose on the ground again. It looks as if Danville's come up with it, and they have. 7:42 to go here in the fourth, and now Danville gives themselves an extra possession. Again, we've seen it in every game that we've done with the B team this year, where they've been able to convert an onside or squib kick one-pointer time in the game, and they're able to do it here early in the fourth quarter now. A chance to put this game to bed right here. Again, 2-touchdown lead seems almost insurmountable as it is for the way that Lincoln County's play, or the way that Danville's played defense today. But a 3-touchdown lead, I believe, would very much so put this game to bed. They fight to get everybody aligned. And flag comes flying in immediately as White will take off with it. Gets down inside the 35 and then takes a big wallop on the back end of that at about the 33. And once again, a false start against Danville. So again, this will be something that, that they'll want to work on before next week, should they move on to the semifinal. Again, they've had 6 false start penalties now here today. So it'll be 1st and 15 back at the Lincoln County 45-yard line. Beard gets lined up. Now the bottom of the screen as White will roll out with it. Looks to fire deep. Has Beard all alone out there, but incomplete. Again, Beard, second time today, he's gotten free in the secondary, but he and White unable to hook up with each other. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now for the Hawks. See, Danville went for the kill shot right there, but unable to convert. Now there's 3 backs in the backfield. Smith will be the one to take the snap. He hands it off to Beard. Beard trying to get free, but he's going to get grabbed by the shirt and not let go of, and he'll go down for a loss back at midfield. It'll be 3rd down and 20 now for Danville. Down to 6:35 and counting here in the fourth quarter. White will go empty here on this now. We've seen them run out of this formation quite a few times today. And that's what they'll do here is White fumbled a moment, now takes off with it, trying to get outside. Now cuts back inside, has a little bit of daylight there, but he's going to get stopped short. After an 8-yard pickup, it'll bring up 4th down and 12. And now you've got a Danville player down. It may be White, and it is White. It looked like he was trying to get up at first, and coaching staff told him to stay there. So 5:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. And while they attend to White, we'll step aside for a quick break as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions, and we'll stay right here actually because when White does get up, and that seems to be the running theme with most of us in radio or TV. As soon as you're ready to take the break with the injury is usually when they get up, but thankfully they do get up. As White appears to be having some back pain or maybe hip pain where he was tackled just a second ago. Again, Danville's already down Tyler Belcher here today. And now a timeout by Danville. So we will be back here in just a moment as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Production. 4th and 12 as Danville will punt it away here as Lambert. It's a sky-high kickoff, and it'll bounce and go off Lincoln County and be fielded about the 27-yard line. So Danville looks to play some field position here. And the Panthers will get it back with 5:47 to go here in the game, trailing at 14-0. As we said, Danville's defense pitching the defensive equivalent of a perfect game right now, as they've not given up a first down in this game to Lincoln County. The Panthers have just not been able to get going at all here today on offense, as Danville's also forced 2 turnovers. Interception and a fumble. Line up here in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Hand it off, going towards the top of the screen. Cuts back inside on Lambert. Now a flag comes down. Another flag comes down. So that'll be a gain of about 2 on the carry. Let's see what we've got. I don't believe Lincoln County's had a flag on them today, but this will be the first. So this will back Lincoln County up. And they'll repeat first down once they mark off the penalty yardage. There appeared to be a block in the back on the Panthers. This will push them back to the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 17 now for Lincoln County. Hand it off, taking it off the right side, pushing forward to about the 20-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 3 on the carry. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 14 now for the Panthers. And it looks like White has his helmet back on the sideline. Seeing if maybe he'll re-enter the game or not after leaving what looked like a side or a back injury a moment ago. They'll go with a reverse here, cutting it inside. Now a little bit of daylight out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. So Lincoln County able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. We approach the midway point of the 4th quarter. Again, still 2 more games coming your way here today from Scott High School. As approximately 10 to 15 minutes to the conclusion of this game, we'll have the C-team matchup. That'll be the 1 versus 8 teams in that C-team field, as Danville comes in, the number 1 team, Sherman the number 8 team. So stay tuned for that. And then with the A-team coming up later on today between Chapmanville and Danville in that Corridor G rivalry. 3rd and 10. Quarterback keeper off the right side, trying to get to the edge, not able to do so. It'll pick up about 4 more yards and bring up 4th and 6 here for the Panthers. And they likely have to go for it right now, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Seeing their season start to dwindle away here. This potentially may be the last time that Lincoln County could see the ball today. And they're going to burn a timeout here with 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. So we'll step aside and be back right after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. 4th down and 6 here for Lincoln County. Trying to convert their first down of the game. Snap comes back, coming near side with it across the 30, and there is the first down of the game for the Panthers. Out across midfield, 45-40, 35-30 down the sideline. Can anyone catch him? Finally caught from behind. The ball may have come out, and it looks as if it did and recovered. Perhaps by Danville. Again, it was just out of my line of sight here in the booth. So he was heading down the sideline. Let's take a look at it here on our replay. Again, the first really successful play offensively for Lincoln County today. And then, yeah, right there, you saw it from behind. Tackle was made, but apparently the recovery was made out of bounds for Danville. So Lincoln County will hang on to the ball here, trying to cut this to a one-possession game. Keep their hopes alive as we approach 2 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. So hand it off, trying to get up to the top, but not going to be able to get there, just spinning around in circles before finally being dragged down as several Danville Hawk players able to get in there for the stop. And now we get a timeout by Danville here with 1:55 to go. Surprising there that they'd call timeout, but nevertheless, timeout Danville. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. So 2nd down and 10 here for Lincoln County. 1:55 to play. Snap will come back. Rushing to the far side, trying to turn the corner, but not quite going to get there, but a nice pickup on the play. So it'll be down to about the 5-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 4 here for the Panthers. Lincoln County trying to get on the scoreboard here. This first round of the playoffs. Lincoln County, the 7 seed, has fought hard here today to stay in this game. Now trying to find some points, is wrestling forward, but not quite going to get there. Is able to hang on for the tackle. Appeared to be Grayson Hensley. Now a timeout for Lincoln County with 58.1 seconds left. So we'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. Now 4th down here for Lincoln County, rushing back inside, fighting forward, and into the end zone goes Lincoln County. So not dead yet are the Panthers. It's 52.3 seconds to go. And they have cut it to a one-possession game. Again, it was 4th down a moment ago on that long run to set up this score. The Panthers have just clung to life all day long. Ruined Danville's shutout, ruined their perfect game chances of not even giving up a first down. Again, that was the first down of the game a moment ago for Lincoln County. Now they've got points on the board. Trying to put the pressure back on Danville here to try and close this game out. This 2-point conversion's going nowhere, and now it's taken away by Danville. And that'll do. It looked like they thought maybe they had a chance to run it back for 2, but that's not one of the rules here in Youth League football. So it'll stand at a 14-6 lead for Danville. We'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. Lincoln County season hinging on an onside kick attempt here. Trying to stay alive as it comes down. Ball still loose, picked up by Beard at the 41. He just wants to try and go down right here, and he finally does with about 38.6 seconds to go. So Lincoln County only one timeout remaining, and all Danville has to do is fall on the ball here once or twice, and they'll move on to the semifinals next week. Again, it's been a day if you're Danville. Again, you know you've pretty well dominated play here today. Just a lot of miscues here and there that they'll look to try and clean up for next week. But give Lincoln County a lot of credit. Again, they refused to go away here today, made a lot of defensive stops when they had to, and gave themselves an opportunity here late to try and creep back into it. But now Madison, or Danville rather, just a couple snaps away from putting this game to bed, as they'll just take a knee here. And this clock will wind, and Lincoln County doesn't appear that they're going to use their last timeout, and that will do it here today as Danville holds off the Panthers 14-6 as the number 2 seed. Will move on to the semifinals next week. We'll step aside for a break, and we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes for the C-Team quarterfinal matchup between Danville and Sherman, as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions.